We are here offering our support and insights from a larger perspective. We acknowledge you in your physical form. We acknowledge the focus you have regarding what is happening in your life and what is occurring on the planet as a whole. Often this focus becomes all that you are able to see or take in. It becomes a bit narrow, so to speak. You are too close to the events, and some of the events are charged with emotions, attitudes, fears that keeps you locked into that narrow focus. Here are many reasons for this unknowability, this changeability, this edginess, and for some of us, even chaos. The planets are all changing signs, renaming, rebirthing, reassigning. Pluto is going out of bounds for about a decade. Jupiter is not only tangled up with Uranus, but Mars and Mercury are coming in there as well, just to make things even messier. And now we are entering eclipse season. The problem with Pluto going out of bounds is that it stays there for a really long time, dipping below the celestial tropic of Capricorn and into out-of-bounds territory. The areas beyond the ecliptic, beyond the bounds of the sun's path, is seen as Wild West territory, where the usual rules and strictures do not apply. Pluto is beyond the control of his Lord Liege, the sun, and is left to his own devices. And it will remain in this territory for a full 10 years. This reality is enticing. It can be rather sedative, especially when all your energy and focus on the physical dimension. We recognize and acknowledge that there is a certain amount of attention needed to maintain your body and the activities of your life. We are inviting you to soften the focus a bit and allow your awareness to begin to view your life and what is happening on your planet from a higher perspective. When you practice this often throughout your day, it will become more natural. Just like your birds who walk on the ground hunting for food, seeing only the limited area that they are acting upon. Yet these very birds can take flight and soar above the ground and see an entirely different landscape. This is the offering that we are inviting you to practice. Consider you daily activities like the bird on the ground, and often allow yourself to consciously soar above those activities and events and view them from this higher perspective. These out-of-bounds plutonic periods can be rife with destruction and the abuse of power, or they can be extremely transformational periods of rebirth and renewal, the likes of which we have never seen before. Pluto out of bounds is power unleashed. But perhaps the most insidious aspects this week have to do with that Uranus aspect that was intercepting the recent new moon. Crazy, unpredictable, and lawless unto itself, Jupiter-Uranus transits can be about freedom. They can be about an exciting new vision just over there on the horizon. Or it can be about an abundance of unpredictable events occurring one after another, with almost no rhyme or reason. It does not help that Mercury and Mars are joining the fray this week. When the inner planets, Mercury and Mars, join an outstanding planetary picture, it brings it all home into our own personal lives. Mercury has to do with our everyday activities, our schedules, our daily routines, our communications and transportation. On Tuesday, when Mercury comes home to its sign of Virgo, it also makes an exact square to volatile and disruptive Uranus, turning our lives upside down and inside out. All Mercury in Virgo wants to do is create order out of chaos and make sense of the insensible. We're all going to have our hands full. When we speak of herding cats or shoveling snow in a snowstorm, it's this kind of weather they are talking about. We acknowledge that the physical body and activates seem the most important. However, by shifting your point of view to a higher perspective will certainly offer you new insights. From your earthly grounded point of view, things seem perhaps random or unexpected, yet when you allow your higher consciousness to look at the random or the unexpected event, you will be surprised as how these events are truly connected as they unfold. When you view the world event through a limited perspective, you miss the true unfolding of these events and how they are unfolding to reveal the bigger picture and the energy that is being offered. We observe that you are viewing world events with a feeling that all is hopeless and that you are powerless to support or assist in the outcome. This could not be further from the truth. That is a surge of energy that is awakening humanity. This frequency is in place to support and assist you in your own realization of who you are. You are a divine being of light and energy. You have a physical body and you have a divine body that is pure creative energy. You are meant to recognize this partnership and fully awaken to the power of this awareness. It is the physical body that walks on the ground, and it is the divine body that allows you to soar about what is occurring. It is from your divine perspective that you are able to see and understand what is unfolding in the larger picture on your planet. Mars has to do with will and volition, already restrained in the sign of Libra, a sign usually associated with peace and diplomacy. It usually pretends to be somewhat behaved. But simultaneously with the Mercury transits, Mars will make an exact square to Jupiter this week, while sesquiquadrate Uranus, and any kind of aspect between Mars and Uranus is bound to be erratic and sketchy. If you know how to juggle and swim with the tide, you should be able to maneuver around any gremlins, mishaps, and unexpected surprises. But even the most adept jugglers could be challenged with these, especially as we are now approaching the September eclipses. As a divine being of light, you have the birthright and the responsibility to transform all negative or misqualified energy you experience or witness. Remember, in your true essence, you are powerful beyond measure. Hold that, anchor that, walk in that truth. This is your strength that comes with that awareness. You begin to realize this is what you came here for. It be a part of this great and grand shift of the ages, this evolution and awakening that is taking place right here and right now on Earth. We can only observe until we are invited to join you in the wondrous task. Understand that what is happening on your planet has the attention of your galactic and star families. Realize that not every divine being who wanted to be a part of this was offered a ticket. You were and are the most qualified conscious being to be here now. So beings are encouraging you and supporting you to continue to observe what is happening from the larger perspective. There are a great many things taking place around the world that are astonishing, amazing, and life-enhancing. Begin to look for these amazing events and occurrences. There are countless numbers of awakened beings assisting this planet to evolve. There are countless awakened beings who are offering a frequency of love, appreciation, gratitude, acceptance, and forgiveness to all they encounter. Remember to say to yourself often, "I am aware that I am aware." This shifts your ground level point of view to the higher perspective. It is from your higher perspective that answers, solutions, and inspirations come. You can also say, "Here I am, so glad you are." These simple statements will assist you in remembering to look at the bigger picture of what is unfolding.